8:35, boy, do we enjoy when he comes in and he's in. Robert, wave to the camera right there. We got him on. We're going to put him on. Show him that bling bling you brought in here, too, though. One of them Super Bowl rings.
Oh, you got a Super Bowl ring with you?
Man,
that's just my
can't
class.
miss that thing, man. What are you talking about?
No.
Guy's got 3 of them, man.
Hey,
so.
man, that's just my class ring.
Here, let me see. Can I want you.
That's my class ring.
Now, when you look at that ring, how proud does it make you? You know what I mean? Honestly, because I'm sure there are tons of memories that are associated with it, but also, man, you weren't just a guy watching from the sidelines during the Super Bowl. You were playing.
That's
nice.
So,
I played in them. I made mistakes in them. I made good plays in them.
Man.
And it just occurred to me that first one was in the same place you and I were just at, the Rose Bowl.
The Rose Bowl.
Matter of fact, yeah.
52-17 against Buffalo, right?
See, you see the roses right beside you.
Yeah, see, that's what cued me in. I was like that.
See the Rose Bowl, man.
Remember that.
Michael Jackson did the halftime show.
Oh, that was Heal the World? No, which one where he had the fans participate and they all had to sign?
We are the
Yeah. Awesome.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Yep, Michael Jackson,
Speaking of
Emmanuel
that-
Lewis.
And by the way, and 52-17, it should have been 66-10.
No, don't get me
Yeah,
started.
Because there were 2
There were
touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. Leon, I know y'all coming at him, man.
Left on the board. And the other one was Don Beebe caught one when Frank Reich was across the line of scrimmage when he threw it. And that one shouldn't have counted on a Buffalo touchdown. That one should have come back.
They should have, but it's history now. It's history, man.
Could have been the most
At
lopsided
least that's
Super Bowl
what
game.
Henry Winkler said. Now I met him too. He was out there too.
The Fonz?
The Fonz,
Whoa.
man. Like I
imagine.
grew up watching the Fonz, man.
Yeah, no question.
I grew up watching the Fonz. Like, hey.
All right, and before we get into these games, too, by the way, it should be noted that David Cutcliffe, who was interviewing for the head coaching job at Tennessee, has told them thanks but no thanks. He's staying at Duke. Man, when Duke turns you down, and I'm sure some of that was he thought he should have had the job the first time around, and they didn't give it to him, so maybe he's just kind of paying them back. He said, no, you're just going to use me as a stopgap anyway. I'm not falling for that. He's done a good job at Duke.
You know who I think the guys are? I already told you. I think it's Mike Leach.
Oh,
Mike Leach?
I said it's Mike. I think it's Mike Leach.
Mike Leach ain't going to Tennessee, man.
I don't know if that
I
works
think
in
it's
the
Mike Leach.
SEC.
He had that SEC.
They may keep Kippy Brown there. Kippy Brown.
Let him have it.
They may just keep him there, make him head coach, man.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Once people start turning you down,
that's sad.
I mean, that's like I said, Duke. That almost hurts as much as having a guy run out on you.
From a basketball
is when you actually extend an offer to somebody and they're like, "No, that's all right. You can have that job."
And maybe he's one of those guys that we talked about at the beginning of this conversation that, you know what, I want to be committed to the school. It's a good job. My family's here. I'm stable. I don't have to move. I'm in the Carolinas. And you know, Carolina, man, that's pretty country over there. You know what I mean?
But they don't change. Hey, Gail Gesson-Kors, who's at Texas now, she was at Duke a long time. Mike Krzyzewski's been at Duke a long time.
Yep.
Nobody just runs out of there.
And recruiting's not that bad over there, because sometimes you can use the basketball program to recruit for football.
No doubt.
You know, you can use that.
No doubt.
I mean, like Miami, you know, they use other things to recruit. That we can't say, but you know, it's not basketball. But
I called the game about last month in that gym. Man.
Hey, everybody got their different things that they bait to get these athletes in, and you know,
right. 390 live is the number. 390-5483.
Let's get to this.
Let's start with this Colts Ravens game, because here's what the guy told me last night. I mean, he called me on the phone and he said, "Did you really take the Ravens?" I said, "Yeah, and I'm not alone. Ahmad's there with me. Hey, be true to my soul. I believe in running the football and stopping the run."
Okay.
And he said, "Do me a favor. Do a little research on the Colts-Dolphins game from earlier this year." I was like, "Well, how early this year?" He said, "It was real early. It was like in September."
Okay.
Go back and look at that game and see how it turned out.
Right.
And sure enough, that was the game where Miami, the Colts won the game 27-23.
Okay.
And Miami did everything they wanted to do. Miami ran the ball for 239 yards against the Colts.
Ouch.
Time of possession. Can you see that, Brooks?
Yep.
Miami held the ball for 45 minutes and 7 seconds. The Colts had the ball for 14 minutes and 53 seconds. Here's the scoring drive for the Colts.
Uh-oh.
The touchdowns. They scored 3 touchdowns. One play, 80 yards, 12 seconds, time of possession. 6 plays, 79 yards, took 3:17. 4 plays, 80 yards, took 32 seconds. And the point he was making was, it don't matter if the Ravens do everything perfect. The Colts are built for this, and Peyton Manning will still find cracks. He could suck the whole clock away. You don't bet against Peyton Manning.
Disagree
in this spot.
100%.
So you know what your key is.
Well, I'm like I said, I've got the Ravens. I'm down with the Ravens. But this is what the guy was debating me on last night. He said, "Go look at that. Miami did everything."
Do the Dolphins have Ed
but they
Reed?
didn't win the game.
Do they have Ray Lewis? Then we're not talking about the same team, and that would be my remark.
It doesn't matter, man. I'm gonna tell you something. If we're talking about Colts and Ravens, they have to find a way to shut Peyton Manning down.
True.
It doesn't matter. Peyton Manning is probably the most diligent, studying person in the NFL that's playing today. He studies the game more. He will outstudy his opponent. He know Ed Reed's back there. He know he's picked balls off, ran them back. He know Ray Lewis is out there. But will Ray them put in enough time to outstudy him? This is a big chess match. That's all this is. It's a big chess match. Everybody got talent.
Miami Dolphins ran 84 plays. The Colts ran 35, and won the game.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning is right.
Peyton Manning.
And he scared me off it. But I'm staying with the Ravens.
But it's the Dolphins, it's a team that didn't make the playoffs. I mean, come on, you gotta be fair.
84 plays.
Let's make it a fair play.
Hey, look, man, all that dancing that Ray Lewis does at the beginning of the game ain't gonna matter.
He balled out last week.
You heard what I said? Ain't gonna matter.
So I'm
when he get in the game.
So you got the Colts.
You going Colts?
I'm going with the Colts.
Okay.
I'm going with the